Hello, welcome back to our channel Udoko 100. This is a follow-up video on our earlier video titled Functional Skills Mathematics, Ratio and Proportion Part 1. In that part, we did a couple of examples and tried to illustrate how to solve problems regarding ratios and proportion. We did a couple of examples to illustrate this, and we also promised that in the subsequent version of that video, a continuation, we're going to do more examples on these two topics, because we understand that a lot of people are having challenges regarding this particular area, and it's good that it's good for us to try to improve our functional skills in mathematics, and ratios and proportion is a topic that comes in hand in everyday application. So we will continue from where we stopped the last time, and this is part two of that series. So if you're ready, let's go. So continue our ratios example. We have here a question. Mr. Brown is an animal farmer. His animals contain cows, sheep, goats, and chicken in the ratio 9 to 7 to 5 to 6. If he has 240 goats, how many animals does he have in total? So what we are doing now, I say Mr. Brown has animal farm. So he has the farm. In the farm, he had cattle, sheep, goat, and chickens in the following ratio: nine parts of cow, 7 parts of sheep, 5 parts of goat, and 6 parts of chicken. So he said now, if he has 240 goats, which in the ratio here is 5, then how many animals does he have in total? So the first thing we do, we calculate the total number of parts in the ratio. So here we first of all calculate total number of parts. In the ratio. So we have 9 is equal to 9 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6. This one is equal to 27. Is equal to 27. So the next thing is what we do. So we have a cow here. Cows has 9 parts. Sheep have 7 parts. A goat have 5 parts, and chicken have 6 parts. So they tell us that 240, the 6 parts of the goat is 5. The 5 parts of goats has 240. The 5 part has 240 goats. So from there now we have 5 parts is equivalent to 240 goats. So 1 part will now be 240 divided by 5. So this one will give us, if you use a calculator, you have 48. So if we have 48, we'll now calculate that if 1 part is equal to 48, and we have a total part of 27. So our 27 parts, so total animal which is 27 parts will now be 27 times 48 for 1 part. If you do the calculation, you have 1,296. So this is 1,296 is the total number of animals in the farm altogether. So if we can proceed further to calculate how many of each animal types are in the farm. But I'll leave that to you as an example, as a work for you. So we'll do another example on proportion. We take another simple example on proportion, then we'll move on to another. We'll take another example on ratio, and then we'll move on to proportion. In this particular one, we have that George is a sheep farmer as well, just like the first one. Yeah, each head contains different types of sheep. Here we have Hedwig sheep, Hebridean sheep, and Soy sheep. So there are three types of sheep that the farmer has. So these sheep are in the ratio of 9 to 5 to 2. So we have Hebridean sheep in the ratio of 9. The Hedwig sheep has 9 parts. Hebridean sheep has 5 parts, and Soy sheep has 2 parts. So they said we should find. So if George, for example, has 180 Hedwig sheep, how many sheep does he have in total? It's just like the first one we did. We have here. We will first of all calculate total number of parts in the ratio. So we calculate total number of parts. Total number of parts in the ratio. This will give you 9 plus 5 plus 2, 14, 16. So we have 16 parts. So we have the Hedwig sheep. Hedwig sheep is 9. We have the Hebridean sheep as 5, and the Soy sheep has 2 parts. So we are told that the Hedwig sheep has 180. So this is the Hedwig sheep, the 9 part, is equivalent to 180 sheep. Hedwig sheep. So for here now to find, so it means 9 parts is equal to 180 sheep. So 1 part sheep will now be equal to 180 divided by 9, which is 20. So if 1 part sheep is equal to 20, so the question is how many sheep does he have in total? So there are 16 parts in total. So if 1 part is equal to 20, we now have total number of sheep will now be the 16 parts times 20 for 1. So this would give us 320. So the total number of sheep that George have in his farm is a total of 320. So this will conclude our ratio problems and solution here. If you have any problem or question, please feel free to send us an email, or just put a comment on the comment section, and we'll try as much as possible to resolve any issues that you have. And we'll proceed now by looking at proportion. Yeah, so in proportion, we have a direct and indirect proportion. These are usually associated with different situations or different problems. For example, if an amount is directly proportional to another, it means that as one amount increase, the other amount decrease. That is, if it's directly proportional, it's like having A is equal to B. If A increase, B automatically increase. If A increase by 2, B increase by 2. If A increase by 4, B increase by 4. That's what direct proportionality means. We'll take a simple example now to illustrate what this is about. For example, we have this problem now. A breakfast cereal contains 0.4 gram of calcium per 100 gram. So the question is, how much calcium does a 35-gram serving of the breakfast cereal has? What this simply means that for every 100 gram of the breakfast cereal, there is 0.4 gram of calcium. So they are now asking us now, if 100 gram contains 0.4 gram of calcium, how much gram of calcium with 35 gram of the serving breakfast cereal contains? So to do this, we start by working out how much calcium is in 1 gram of the cereal. So here we have that there is 0.4 gram of calcium in 100 gram of breakfast cereal. So now we need to divide the 0.4 gram by 100 gram to give us 0.004 gram. So what this simply means is, for every 1 gram of cereal, we have 0.004 gram of calcium. So this simply means for every 1 gram, for every 1 gram of cereal, there is 0.004 gram of calcium. So our question now is, so if we have a 35-gram serving of the breakfast cereal, how much calcium do we have? So we now have for every 1 gram of cereal, we have a 0.004 gram. So for 35 gram of the cereal serving, we now have 35 times for each 1 gram. So this one will give us 0.14 gram of calcium. So it simply means that 35 gram of cereal contains 0.14 gram of calcium. So that's what they ask us to do. So we'll try to take another question on direct proportionality. So we'll take a very simple one. Probably this will help us understand better how to solve some of these problems. In this particular one, we have that Leon runs 10 kilometers in 49 minutes. So assuming he runs at the same speed, how long should it take him to run 18 kilometers? What basically is saying, Leon can run 10 kilometers in 49 minutes. So now, say, assuming he's running at the same speed, how long will it take him to run 18 kilometers? So to do this, we first of all find, for example, he runs 10 kilometers in 49 minutes. Okay, so we have 10 kilometers. So for how long will it take him to run 1 kilometer? It simply means that we take 1 kilometer will be in we simply divide 10 times 40. No, we divide 49 divide by 10. This one will give us 4.9 minutes. What basically means is, if he can run 10 kilometers in 49 minutes, how long will it take him to run 1 kilometer? So what it basically means is, if you will divide the 49 by 10, so 1 kilometer will be in 4.9 minutes. And 10 kilometers will be in 49 minutes. So the question there is, how long will it take him to run 18 kilometers? So if you run 1 kilometer in 49 minutes, 18 kilometers will now be 49 times 18, 4.9 times 18. So it will now take him 82.2 minutes to run 18 kilometers. That's a simple one. So like I said, if you're having challenges, feel free to contact us through by adding a comment or sending us a message. We'll be glad to help as best we can. So still continuing on the direct proportionality, we'll take one more example on direct proportion, and then move on to the indirect proportion, because there are differences. So like here we have a problem here. 1000 ml of lemonade contains 250 ml of lemon juice. So the question is, how much lemon juice does 600 ml of lemonade contain? What basically this is, for every 1000 ml of lemonade, there is 250 ml of lemon juice. So here we have that we start by working out how much calcium we start by working out how much lemon is in 1 ml of lemonade. So we'll have 1000 ml of lemonade contains 250 ml. of lemon juice. So we have here, 1 ml of lemonade will contain we simply divide the 250 by 1000 to give us 0.25 ml of lemon. So what basically this means is, if 1000 ml of lemonade contains 250 ml of lemon juice, so 1 ml of lemonade will contain 0.25 ml of lemon juice. So basically, if we're using ratio, it will give us a ratio of 1 to 4. We can see that from 1 ml to 0.25 ml is same ratio of 1 to 4. But in this situation, we are using proportionality. Direct proportionality means if one part increase, this one increase by 4, this one will increase by 4 as well. So the ratio is like static. So if we continue, we have 1 ml of lemonade will contain 0.25 ml of juice. So the question now is, how much lemon juice does 600 ml of lemonade contain? So we have now that 600 ml of lemonade will contain the 250, that's 1 ml of lemonade times the 600. This will give us 150 ml. So basically what this means is 600 ml of lemonade contains 150 ml of lemon juice. So basically this is what we asked to find. So this is problems on direct proportionality. Like I said before, if you have any issue or you have any comment, please don't hesitate to put it send us a message or put it in the comment box. We'll read it and we'll get back to you. So we'll now proceed to look at inverse proportionality. Basically, inverse is almost like opposite of direct proportionality. And what it means is, like for direct proportionality, when one part increase, we have the other part decreasing. It's like saying, for example, let's put an example here. For direct proportionality, for direct, if we have A is equal to B, or A ratio B, if A increases by 4 or multiply by 4, B will multiply by 4. So if A is 6 and the other one is 6, if we increase this by 4 to give us 10, this has to increase by 4 as well. Or if we multiply this by 2, you have to multiply this by 2 as well. So that's what direct proportionality is. But indirect or inverse, or let me say inverse proportional is, for example, if we have A, it has to be inverse 1 over B. For example, if this increase, this must decrease by the same value for the relationship to hold. That's what it means inverse. If we multiply this by 2, this has to be divided by 2 for this relationship to hold. So that's what inverse proportionality is. We'll take a couple of examples now to illustrate what we try to explain here. So if we take this for example, inverse proportionality, let's use this as an example. Say if 6 people take 8 days to pick lemon juice, say if 6 people take 8 days to pick lemon from a tree, how many days will it take 3 people to pick the lemon? So we have here 6 people picking a lemon tree that it took them 8 days, and they want 3 people to do that same job. So how long will it take them? So here we start by working out how long it will take one person to do the lemon. So here we have here 6 people took 8 days. So it means one person will do that job 6 times 8, which is 48 days. So if one person can do that job in 48 days, so how long will it take 3 people to do the job? All we simply do is we divide this job by 3. That will give us how long it will take 3 people to do the job. So 3 people will take 48 divided by 3. So it will take 3 people 16 days to do the job. One person will use 48 days, 6 people will use 8 days. So the more people we have, the less days the job will take. So we take another example now on inverse proportionality. You see, what this problem simply explains is the less the people, the more the days, or the more the people, the less the days. You see the inverse relationship there. The more on one side, the less on the other side, and the proportionality is constant. So we take another example now. Here we have that if 10 people take 10 days to pick apples from a tree, how long will it take 4 people to do the same job? So in this we work exactly the same way. We will start again by working out how long will it take one person to do the job. So we have here 10 people will take 10 days. So if therefore means that one person now will not do the job by using the 10 times 10. It means one person will do that same job in 10 days. So if one person can do the job, 10 people can do the job in 10 days, one person can do the job in 100 days, how long will it take 4 people? All we simply do, we divide this job, these days, by 4. So 4 people will do the job. We pick the apple in 100 divided by 4 will give you 25 days. So here 10 people can pick the apple in 10 days, one person can pick that same apple in 100 days, and 4 people can pick the apple in 25 days. So that's how we solve direct proportionality problem. I hope this helps in building your understanding on ratios and ratio and proportion. That's direct and indirect or inverse proportion. Thank you. So we'll take one last example on inverse proportion. This particular example, the wording is a little bit longer than normal. but it's good because it helps build our understanding. So in this question, he said the time it takes an object to move a certain distance is inversely proportional to the speed that it is traveling at. So here, it takes a car 12 minutes to travel the length of a road if it goes at an average speed of 60 miles per hour. He said here, the question is, how long will it take that car to travel down the same road if it travel at an average speed of 30 miles per hour? What they are basically trying to tell us now, this is an inverse proportionality case. Say for example, if it takes a car 12 minutes to travel a particular length, a particular road. So if the car is going at an average speed of 16 miles per hour. Say now the question is, how long will it take the car to travel down the same road, everything being equal? If it is traveling at an average speed of 30 miles, which is half that speed. So basically, we start this problem again. We'll start by calculating how long it will take to travel 1 mile per hour, because we have first of all 60 mile per hour. Now we're reducing the speed to 30 mile per hour, so we want to know how long it take. So the question here is, it takes the car 12 minutes at a speed of 60 miles per hour. So at 1 mile per hour, it will take 60 times 12 equals to 720 minutes, because at 12 it takes the car at 60 miles per hour, it takes 12 minutes. So if we're now breaking it down to 1 mile per hour, it will now take the 60 times 12, 720. So from here now, so the question is now, how long will it take the car to travel down the same road if it travel at an average speed of 30 miles per hour? Here at 1 mile per hour, we have 720 minutes. To find now at 30 miles per hour, all we simply do, we divide this 720 by that 30. So at 30 miles per hour, we have 720 divided by 30. So this will give us 24 minutes. You see, basically what happened now is, at 30 miles per hour, the car will take 24 minutes. You see, basically what happened here is, it takes 12 minutes at 60 miles per hour. So by the time we have our speed, we increase our time. So when we divide, it's like when you divide the speed by 2, you multiply the time. That's that inverse proportionality that we were talking about before. And that's basically what this is all about. So I hope you understand, or this helps you to build on your functional math skill, especially in ratio and proportion. And if you like the video, please don't hesitate to do the needful. And if you have any challenges, don't hesitate to contact us as well, because we are here to help you. Thank you for staying with us. We hope you enjoy the video and the content, and we hope that we'll be able to improve your knowledge and understanding on how to solve problems regarding ratios and proportions. And we also hope too that we're able to help you increase your functional skills in mathematics. If you have any challenges, feel free to contact us or just write comment. We'll reply to your comment. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button if you really love the video. We appreciate you being part of us, and we are there to help support you. So let's work as a team, and feel free to get in touch. Once again, thank you very much for being part of us and for being a part of our team. And we appreciate you, and thank you too for subscribing and liking our video. Thank you.